I'm making things for the people I love. This is episode 3 of my series, uploading a video a day, spending at least 30 minutes a day working on a project. Um, and here it is. The project is designing a custom Lego set of my childhood home for my dad. Um, Getting into the rules of this thing. So this project, it needs to feel like it was made in the 80s by Lego. So I want to use those colors and pieces that Lego used most in the 80s. It has to still make use of one new building technique I want to learn as we go through this. And it has to make my dad cry. Uh, he's easy to cry, so I'm hoping this is easy. We'll see. Coming back into the actual model. Um, let's see. Where do we get started today? Um, let's hop back in. I think last episode, so yesterday, I talked to you guys about trying to get this like corner done. Um, and I think where I kind of left off was I needed to give y'all context, like, what is it even supposed to look like? And I couldn't really show you photos at the time without, doxing myself, but I've saved some photos, so it's actually safe now. So let me pull those up. Let's see, these ones. Okay. So this is what the house actually looks like. If I matched up with the Lego, you can see, let's see. Sorry, let me get this in the right orientation. So I think it'd be about like that. And then let's go ahead and add another screen. Here we go. Okay, so here's the house. And I guess let me change the angle a little bit more. Looking at this, it's not quite the same angle. You guys can see where this is going though. Let's see. What about now? Whoops, wrong one. Let's go. Yeah, that's pretty good. So you can kind of see the way the house is laid out. It's got these like distinct chunks, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And it's got big old courtyard, like kind of semi-enclosed courtyard, and then this big back patio. Very much, Arizona house, inside outside kind of vibe. Um, and so I've actually done a good bit of work with this, right? Like this is actually 2 weeks now that I've been working on it, but this is only the third video. So we're hopping in, 2 weeks, a week and a half into the project. But I kind of found I just need you guys' feedback. So we can actually make this thing good. And so I'm hoping I can get some good community involvement on all of you pros out there for Lego. I grew up building Lego, but I called it Legos, so you can tell how serious I was about it. Like there's y'all are the pros, so hit me up in the comment section with any advice you've got. So I guess now I've got that context about what the house actually looks like. Let's also show you though this, or I guess I want to focus on that piece, that back patio back here where we've got that corner, because that's really where I need some help on. So if I zoom, or not zoom in, but yeah, you can kind of see from the top here, it's this corner that I'm like struggling with. This is just from the underside. You can see there's a beam that runs down the middle. I'm thinking I might do something like that, and then just like this, kind of have the roof come down from that middle beam. Yeah, that was not helpful. Okay. So I think that's kind of all the reference pics I have of this. They're all from the Zillow listing. My parents had sold the house not too long ago, but long ago enough that I guess any amount ago is long enough that I can't actually go to the house and get better reference photos, but the Zillow will work. So this piece we're looking at, you can see I've got the house plans in my software here, so I can like kind of build on the lines. You can see the roof line coming down and all the roof rafters coming off of it. So I'm low-key thinking to do something similar. Yeah, and then just make like progressively shorter versions of this. To do that though, there's a couple things we gotta fix, like or figure out. Like first of all, this comes as like a 2 wide chunk that I made, just because it uses this hinge piece that is too wide. So I need some alternative for that piece, but still some way to get that angle. Um, let's see, what is that angle? I mean, it's like 360. So what is that? Like 30-ish. No way. It's definitely smaller than that. It's like 5 degrees. Is that what that is? 360. I don't know. Anyway, but yeah, just the shallow slope, right? So I need some way to do that. That would only be 1 wide, so I could really, build a thing along here. So really get rid of that one, and then like between this corner and this corner, do something diagonal there, but then be able to build 1 wide, progressively shorter like of these columns coming off it, right? And I like this technique too to just like to show that corrugated steel, the rusted corrugated steel. I feel like it works pretty good. I'm also open to changing things, I'm very open to your suggestions. But I think for now I'm gonna leave that hole there until I get some feedback. I'm sure one of you's got like a super good building technique, so we'll come back to that. I know obviously this channel's super small, so if I don't get any feedback in the next, maybe week or less, then we'll come back to this and I'll just figure something out. But for now, let's just put it off. Let's work on something else. So let's work on this wing of the house. I want to get like a good footprint. You can see I've got like most of it down, but there's still this chunk undone. You can see some of the pieces I've just pulled out for reference over here. Yeah, let's do this. So kind of can just follow the layout here. The only thing I know is I need a door here because there's actually a door there going outside. I think I'm going to use one of these. I wish I'd started this series earlier so y'all could see where we started, but like I've kind of built out some of the pieces or modules, I guess, that I use regularly. I guess one thing to note is like if this were to scale, these doors should be like two studs wide. They're 4, really just because they're the best door options. I feel like all the good doors were 4 wide. I tried looking at some other options, and I don't know, none of them were quite right. Like these ones would have been sick. I think they're an older piece, but the only frame I could find was this thick one. Yeah. Maybe someone knows something I don't, and I could use another piece to get those 2 wide doors. But I kind of like it. It feels more cartoonish this way of like the doors and windows are like outsized, or they're just too big, for the size of it. But it just makes it feel more cartoony. Like if I show you the photos again, do I have a good, yeah, like this front one. You can really see like these windows are pretty small, even these ones too. And then this door is pretty small too, compared to, yeah, and here you can see just, it takes up like a third of the wall, right? Like it's way bigger. So I've had to simplify in some spots, but overall I think it still gives you the same sense or same vibe as the house does, which is good. And I'm trying to keep it smaller. One, because as far as I could tell, you don't have any massive sets from the 80s. And for 2, I gotta get these Lego pieces, and Legos are expensive, so I really can't make it that big, Yeah, so I'm gonna stick with this size for now. I told myself if we get far enough in and realize that like we just can't seem to make something work that we really want to work, we'll replace it, or we'll scale everything up, which I know means we're doing a lot of stuff, but I think honestly, the first couple days were so slow. I was just trying to get used to this program. So I've never actually used this before this project, which that's kind of the point of these projects, right? Like I want to learn some sick skills throughout the year. And I think we all know like the best way to do that is just go do stuff, right? So I'm just gonna, fail quite a few times and hopefully get a lot of help from y'all, get help from the community to just get better and just have fun, like that is something I want to say. Like these are meant to be just like building yap sessions, like that vibe where you're just like build next to your homie. I think I said this yesterday, but you know, like you both got your own project that you're working on, or maybe you're working on the same one together, but like you're just talking and building, you know. Um, I done like robotics in high school and in middle school is Lego robotics, you know, and that was like that was the vibe, you know. It was like me and the homies just like building stuff, you know, and like I don't know, that was just so much fun. So I definitely want to recreate that vibe here. So yeah, if you've got a project, or if you don't, start one and like let's just build together, you know. Um, Yap to me in the comment sections, and I'll read every single comment and reply to them. I mean, you see how small this is, so it's not like there's going to be a ton of these comments out there. So I can, you know, I can hold true to that. So let's see. Okay, right now I'm trying to build the window. So did I even have like a good photo of it? Let's see. I kind of pulled a million photos. So let's, oh, here we go. The gym. Yes, they don't actually show, but behind where this photo was taken, um, there's a window and a door. I can only choose one of them to like represent in this Lego model. I'm thinking the window just because I think it'd be a lot to have a door inside. And like the only, yeah, I think it'd just be a lot. Like I'm basically treating these as sliding glass doors. So yeah, I think I'm just gonna do an internal window in here. It's funny, but like it shows the history of like this gym, like this was just patio, right? Porch. And then my dad wanted to make a gym for, you know, his five boys and one girl. And so he made, he enclosed this, right? He just got some like sliding glass doors and did all the like framing and drywall stuff himself, the wiring. And so then there's like, you know, a funny like this wall has like a window that would be or is identical to one of these. Like it's meant to be an outdoor window and it's got a door that's meant to be an outdoor door. But now they're internal because of that, I don't know, add-on he made. So let's copy that over. But yeah, so I can only choose one, either the window or the door, and I think the window would really convey that vibe of like this gym was put on afterwards. I think it showed out better, so let's do that. Shift that over one. Yeah, I like that. So yeah, going back to like this is meant to be the yap sesh, the behind the scenes, whatever you want to call it. I'll be uploading every day, and then you know once we've got this project to a good spot, I'll actually like you know give it to my dad, record it, package it up in a nice video, 30 minutes or probably 20 minutes, I don't know. Documenting the whole journey, maybe taking clips from this, but who knows? I'll probably just yap a bunch that's like not good footage, so we'll see if any of it's useful, but I'll package all that up into a nice video and post that on YouTube. But I assume that's gonna be months away. I don't know. I've never done a Lego project like this before, so I'm kind of just learning as I'm going. But I think, yeah, so maybe not a couple months. I don't know. It's kind of flown by low key, like building up this whole thing. But there is like the whole like I gotta do a pass for stability. I already talked about that. I gotta do the ground, like all the like where there's concrete patio. Like I just kind of put in these placeholder like bottom plates, just black for now. But like I gotta go back the base plates. I gotta go back and like make that look nice. And then there's like little bits I'm not happy with. Like this is supposed to be like a little utility closet, but that doesn't look great. These windows, they look unsupported. I feel like they need some kind of support in there. The garage, I'm not happy with. This just doesn't, I don't know. There's a curve on the real garage. I'd be so sick if I could figure out how to do that. Yeah. And then like internal details, like my mom had thrifted like an old fountain in the middle of here and made this like her green space, like her like she had a green she has a green thumb for sure. So anyway, it'd be cool to deck out this space as kind of her green space, and then of course the interiors. Like we're not going to be able to fit the rooms in here, obviously, but like the whole like rule about making my dad cry. I'm thinking if I could get a couple like memories displayed in here, I really think it would do wonders for that. You know, I think he would think that's so sick and make some removable roofs in here. So actually, now that I think about it, like even though we're getting a rough frame, like there's gonna be so much of like refinement um, that I don't think we're gonna get it done in I mean definitely not in January, but like it might take another month. I don't know. We'll see. We'll play by ear. Oh, and I still got to make the what do you call it? Why am I spacing now? I'm kind of like getting in the groove of this. Um, the instruction set. So, yeah, that'll be a fun one to build out too. Let me just look at my photos, my reference photos again. I don't really have a good one of that like shower area. That's what this is out here, like this outdoor shower area. You have like a little water closet here and an AC unit. I may just leave. I mean, the AC unit would be kind of fun to do something with. Maybe I'll just like put a 2x2 brick there for now until we come up with something better. Let's go gray. Trying to remember which color was like the old one. I don't know. Let's just do that for now, but anyway. Oh, wait. And there's got to be that. There's the fan, but there's also... 8x8, way too big. There's just like that spinning... No. I think it's like the plate. Like... You know the one that like spins around so you can do what's it called? Maybe we'll just put this on there for now. But it like, you know, lets you it's like a circle in a square as a plate so you can like do things off center. If they had like a well, I guess you don't need a 1x1 of that. I was gonna say if they had a 1x1 of that would be perfect for like connecting these. But as soon as I say that, I'm realizing a 1x1 is just connecting just the studs. But then I gotta, well, yeah. Maybe there's a rounded piece that could go around so it doesn't collide with that. And then I could just add like a little 1x1 like plate. What did you even call that? Yeah, like one of these here and over here, and then like, you know, something like this that like connects it. But then I gotta worry about, I don't know that. How do I get it to stay on that grid? On that like, I thought hinge is what does it. Maybe if I do it this way. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, like something like that, but then I gotta make sure it doesn't actually like hit this one. I don't know. I'm gonna need your guys' help on that. I still am not clear. I guess I'd probably want to use a thin plate because then I still need something resting on top of it that lets me get straight angles off it. Although now that I'm saying that, these aren't like these don't line up. I really need like a zigzag. That's gonna take some more thought. Alright. It definitely is hard to like I like streamers, you know. I'll watch I usually just watch their like clips on YouTube though. But like I've always been like it's gotta be so hard to to talk while you're like trying to do stuff. Like you see Minecraft dudes that'll like be making this complex redstone stuff, or even programmers. Although I feel like programmer live streamers don't last long because it's like how you even like how do you stay focused? Oh, there's my timer. I started before I started recording. That's why there's only 20 minutes on it, not 30. But I guess let me just finish this thought. But yeah, it's I don't know how they can do what they need to do to actually make something happen, like build something, while talking. Like that just seems so difficult. I guess I'm trying to do it now, but it is difficult for me to test. So, all right. Well, we made a little bit of progress, and yeah, we'll keep coming back to this and chipping away at it day after day. And hopefully I can get some help from y'all. And we can just have a good yap sesh, just building things together. Start a project, you know, like I want to see it, like if I can actually get some traction here, I want to get either Discord server or something set up so y'all can share your things and really start helping each other out, building your own projects. Um, we're going to make some sick stuff this year. When this project's over, like this channel keeps going, it'll just be a new project. So I guess also leave ideas on what projects to build. I'm really trying to keep to the theme of like build something for the people I love, right? Like I think that's gonna be the most fulfilling thing is just making things. Because I don't know. I mean, if you're watching this video, especially if you made it this far, like you just like building things. And for me, like family's such a big part of my life. You know, I'm like, um, I mean, like I don't want to get too much into that. We're already out of time, but I'll get into it more into another time. But yeah, I want to spend time building things, but I also want to spend time with people I love. And so this is like a good, lets me do both, you know? Anyway, so yeah, find what you want to do and what you want to build and let's build it together. With that, I'll end this session. Thanks guys. See ya.